think the first thing I'd like to look at, of course, the superintendent, we're going to have to make some decisions about how we're going to hire the superintendent or what process is involved in that decision. I'd like to finish up with the insurance, and I understand Tasby made a report at a workshop, and I don't know if the board's decided that matter's over with. I understand now there's some conversations about, well, the research that Tasby did was not really aligned to the insurance here, and so maybe that information is inaccurate. I don't know if it is or I don't know if it isn't, but I'd like to have a clear understanding of what happened with the insurance situation. And then I'd like to know how we're going to manage the insurance situation. If that was a problem, I'd like to know how we're going to manage that as a board. And then probably the most important piece of that is how in the world are we going to work next year as a board to make sure we understand what we want in terms of our employees' health insurance, and then how we define the process to get that insurance in place. So those are the other board members. Some of those guys I've known a long time and have good relationships with, and so I'm really optimistic about being able to work as part of a team. I think that's the only way we're going to ever be successful. About hiring the superintendent, I had a wild thought. I sure would like to go to the community and speak with community members, people in higher education, people in our city, department heads, teachers, and get some idea of what they want from a superintendent, how they want our new superintendent to look, and then gather that information, which is going to take a lot of time. But gather that information in some form, and then when the board starts out on this journey to hire a new superintendent, we at least have the benefit of knowing this is what our community wants. And hopefully we can reassure our community that we're going to consider those things when we work towards selecting that new superintendent. That's probably hard. It can be hard to pull off, but I think it'd be real important and real meaningful if we could. Actually, I was retired 1 year from KISD, and then I went back to KISD for 2 years at Willow Springs Elementary School as a school principal. And then last year I was the executive director of the Career Center. I opened the Career Center for KISD. So, and then really, then I had a great opportunity in November and December to be a substitute elementary school principal at Reese's Creek, which was probably the most fun I've ever had in my life. But so I feel like I'm still connected, and I still feel like I know the issues of the district and have some sensitivity to what's going on in KISD.